First at 4, 2 steps forward, 1 big step back. We are tracking today's top stories surrounding the coronavirus. What you need to know right now. Paula.
So what could you do with a $30,000 3D printer? Perhaps with a small business, you could survive COVID-19. I'll show you how.
And Paula, the bright skies are back. Temperatures not quite to average yet, but we'll get there. Pretty nice warm up as we head into Thanksgiving week and some rain to go along with it. All that coming up first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, we start with the new COVID-19 restrictions in Michigan, new case numbers, and also new information about a possible vaccine. Today's daily update just came in. The state of Michigan is reporting more than 5,700 new cases today. Now that's nearly 1,700 less than yesterday. We've also seen an additional 62 deaths. Those numbers come as the state health department's newest orders go into effect requiring face masks. Plus, indoor seating at restaurants, casinos, movie theaters, and bowling alleys must close for at least 3 weeks. Face-to-face learning is on hold at colleges and high schools, although some districts have expanded to include lower grades. In a conference call today, the state health department reports the current trends show Michigan has the 10th highest hospitalization rate in the country and 6th highest number of patients in the ICU.
And currently, our daily case rate is over 5 times the rate it was from early October. The current deaths are a lagging indicator, so that we know that these number of deaths, even if we start bringing our case numbers down, this number of deaths each day is going to continue to climb. The current number of deaths is over 4 times the number that we saw in the beginning of October.
Now, the push for a coronavirus vaccine is taking another step forward. Today, Pfizer and BioNTech released the final analysis from its trials. They say their vaccine is 95% effective across all demographics, including those over 65. They also say the vaccine did not show any serious safety concerns. Pfizer says it will ask the FDA for emergency authorization for the vaccine within days, and it will continue to collect new safety data. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge spoke with someone who's been a part of that trial.
He volunteered to help test one of the most promising COVID vaccines, and he's also a member of our Local 4 family.
Finally, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. It's not the train coming at us anymore. We're actually getting closer to the end now.
Tonight at 5, hear what it's really been like to participate in Pfizer's critical research and what inspired our colleague Matt to sign up for this historic effort in the first place. As we approach the potential approval of a vaccine, it is an important story everyone needs to see. Tonight at 5.
The FDA has approved emergency use for the first COVID-19 test that can be conducted entirely at home. It's a nasal swab test that reportedly can give you results within 30 minutes. To get the results, you take the sample swab, place it in a vial, put that vial in a test unit. The company hopes the kit will cost less than $50, and we haven't seen research on the accuracy of the test. At first, it will be available in Florida and California and could be widely available by next spring. Now remember, you can follow all the breaking news about COVID-19 on our coronavirus page at clickondetroit.com. Oh, it's been a wild 24 hours in the race for president here in Michigan as President Trump still refuses to concede he's lost the election. Yesterday, we told you the Wayne County Board of Canvassers was meeting to certify its election results. The 2 Republican board members flip-flopped within hours, first refusing to certify the results, but then voting yes. The state Board of Canvassers was supposed to meet today in Lansing to certify the entire state's results. That has been pushed now to a meeting for Monday. Democrat Joe Biden is ahead of President Trump by nearly 150,000 votes here in Michigan. President Trump's refusal to concede the election is slowing the traditional peaceful transition of power, and that's raising some growing concerns about national security and America's foreign policy. Devin Scillian following the latest. And Devin, you're tracking new developments in Wisconsin, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
Pretty big on the map, this spread, that's no doubt, Karen. We'll start in Wisconsin, where the Trump campaign just spent $3 million asking for a partial vote recount. It's an expensive sign the president is still fighting to overturn the projected election results. Campaign requesting the recount in the state's most Democratic counties, Milwaukee and Dane, looking to peel away votes from Biden. Right now, Biden leads in Wisconsin by about 20 20,000 votes. So far, the president has been unable to prove any claims of widespread fraud or overturn any results in any of the battleground states. Meantime, the Trump administration is under fire for plans to reduce troop levels in Afghanistan and Iraq by January. Those plans come after the president shook up military leadership, promoting loyal supporters to the highest levels at the Pentagon. Just after the announcement, rockets crashed into Baghdad's Green Zone, a sign that Shiite militias want to take credit for driving this U.S. withdrawal. All this happening as the president's still freezing President-elect Biden out of key security briefings. Democratic leader in the Senate says, enough's enough.
President Trump, get out of your bubble. You lost. Joe Biden will be sworn in as the next president of the United States on January 20th. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Get out of the bubble and work on a transition.
So, Karen, not really clear if the president has set any deadline for when he might be ready to make a concession. Other than playing golf, he really hasn't appeared in public since giving an update on Operation Warp Speed, which was Friday of last week. So we'll stay on it. Back to you.
See you at 5. Well, the president and first lady have changed their traditional Thanksgiving plans. A spokesperson for Melania Trump says the first family will spend the holiday at the White House instead of traveling to their Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. President Trump typically spends the holiday in Palm Beach at a dinner with guests who buy tickets to attend. Now, so far, no reason has been given for that change. You could say we got a taste of winter this morning with temperatures plunging into the 20s. Ben Bailey is here with the first forecast, and things are going to get better.
Oh, absolutely. That sunshine made all the difference this afternoon, Karen. We're back into the 40s now that we've got the bright skies. You can see outside that we're looking at those plenty of blue skies out there. Temperatures anywhere between the upper 30s in Port Huron and the low 40s, which are showing up there in Detroit, Howell, and also in Monroe. Notice the wind chill still out there. There is a little bit of a wind, but there's going to be a lot more tomorrow. In fact, we could be seeing gusts up to 50 miles an hour, but they will be out of the south at least tonight. And that's why that lakeshore flood advisory is up for pretty much the entire east side. So watch out for some minor flooding along the lakeshore. Otherwise, the wind is going to be increasing to its peak tomorrow. We'll look at those speeds. Temperatures kind of go up and down the next 5 days, but primarily up. We'll see how high. And the rain is a big part of the forecast for the weekend. All that in just a few minutes, Karen.
All right, thank you, Ben. Small businesses trying to remain viable and relevant during COVID can get a huge leg up with a new program from Automation Alley. Paula Tutman shows us how one organization is donating equipment instead of money. It's a 3D boost that's helping the bottom line while also fighting a global pandemic.
Happy Wednesday.
Yep, happy Wednesday. So we have all of the items that we need made. So we have our urgent items.
Neither your business plan nor the business model needs to change. What Automation Alley is doing is multifold in that it is giving businesses an avenue to expand while also doing patriotic duty during a global pandemic. So let's just take Jenny Brown of Dutton Farm, for instance.
We do coffee right now.
We're doing coffee candles right now.
Coffee.
A program that supports disabled adults. They decided they could help out with the deficit of hand sanitizer.
During the months of March through May, we were shipping our sanitizer all over the country.
And so Dutton Farm became eligible for CARES Act money for Project Diamond from Automation Alley, in which she receives a commercial 3D printer, a nearly $30,000 piece of equipment, a grant that helps her save on packaging and other items.
It'll have the capabilities of printing like bottle caps and bottles. So with our hand sanitizers, we won't be depending on suppliers for shipment. We'll be able to make our own bottles and to manufacture our hand sanitizer.
And when Automation Alley calls to say, hey, listen, your nation, your county needs more hand sanitizer, Dutton Farm hops on the task while also growing their own core business.
After you prove you can make the PPE and with an agreement that when we need PPE again, we will indeed reach out to you to make it.
Small businesses in Oakland and Macomb counties with fewer than 500 employees can apply for the equipment grant. And because the printers do OEM caliber production, businesses can actually add to their product lines and abilities.
You can go back and you can make jewelry if that's what your core business is. You can make parts for a motor company. You can make parts for a defense sector. You can make whatever you want to make. We've got companies who are hiring new people to expand their business, companies who are afraid they'd go out of business who are staying in business, and companies who are just trying to make PPE to make sure that they can stay relevant during the remaining of COVID crisis. It's very exciting.
You know, it really is exciting. It is a win-win for everybody. If you're a small business and you have the ability to pivot to make masks or hand sanitizers or even gowns, whatever you're able to make, then you could very well be eligible for this grant. Now, of course, with Fed money, it'll disappear. You lose it if you don't use it. So there's a deadline of December 6th. As usual, we want to make it easy for you to find the information. So we're going to post the application link on our social media platforms. Karen?
I'm just curious, you were talking about this 3D printer because it still intrigues me how this all works in terms of making the bottle caps, et cetera. Do we have any idea like how many it makes in a certain amount of time and how much this printer has really helped them with their business?
Well, the woman we talked to hasn't gotten hers yet, but she knows what the capabilities are. Listen, I've done stories on people who have smaller 3D printers, and they make thousands and thousands of parts. So imagine a commercial piece of machinery, $30,000 worth of machinery, and what you could possibly do.
Very exciting. All right. Thank you very much, Paula. We appreciate the good news today. Well, still ahead, first at 4, why Conan O'Brien is saying goodbye to late-night television, and you'll see People Magazine's new Sexiest Man Alive, and the story behind a rocket launch that did not go as planned. But first, the changes that will put Boeing 737 MAX back in the air, and we'll talk about which airline is ready to use that model once again.